Okey, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi kepada semua murid-murid CBN. Okey, saya difahamkan juga kita ada murid pada sekolah lain iaitu murid pada sekolah SMK Puteri Ampang Tingkatan 5. Okey. So dan juga murid-murid lain yang sempat mengikuti live channel ni. Okey, so pagi ni kita nak bincang latihan pengukuhan untuk bab 3 untuk chapter 3 integration, okey, ataupun kita panggil pengamiran dalam bahasa Melayu. Okey, so kita dah habis, we already finish all the topic in chapter 3. Okay, we already learned how to integrate, and we already learned how to find the curve equation to solve the problem involving definite integration, the law or the rules of integrations, and there's two more things yang most important in chapter 3, which is to determine the area of the shaded region and to determine the volume, right? So all these 5 topics we already discussed before, and if you guys have a problem, you may refer to the previous videos. Okay, if you have a problem, you also can write down your comment dekat bawah, dekat section comment ataupun di live chat sini untuk kita discuss, rediscuss what the problem you facing. Okay, so untuk hari ini bahan telah di-sharekan oleh one of the girls. Okay, Alicia, tak silap Alicia sudah share bahan. Okay, soalan yang akan ditanya. Okay, there's a lot of question there. Okay, so fokus hari ini ialah more to pengukuhan, enrichment saja. Alright, so let's start our class today. Alright, so now if you look at the question paper, okay, question paper, yes, question paper. Okay, there's a 2 sections, paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, paper 1 consists of 11 question, I think. Okay, paper 2 pun banyak. Alright, tapi we try to finish, we try to go through all the question by today. Okay, we try. Okay, 1 jam lebih sikit ni. Okay, so look at the first question. So the first question given here is, okay, right, the diagram on the right show the curve y equals to fx cutting the x-axis at the point x equals to a and x equals to b, and given that the area of the shaded region is 5 unit, find the values of integrate 2 fx dx to the limit of a and b. Yeah, actually this question for the first question, kertas 1 ni, soalan pertama, actually is 2 marks. Okay, kalau daripada for my experience, this is 2 marks question. 2 markas saja. Okay, tak lebih daripada 2 markas. It's not more than 2 marks. Paling sikit pun, paling banyak pun 2 dia boleh bagi you. Kalau I bagi 1 cukup. Because first question is about the rules. If you understand the rules of integration, okay, hukum-hukum pengamiran, kita ada beberapa hukum pengamiran kan. Okay, you akan nampak ini soalan ini dia tak involve about, they are not talking about the technique how to integrate, but more to apply the rules of integration. Okay, so latihan 1 paper 1 paper 1 nombor 1. Alright, so given that the integrate, okay, you see here, the shaded region of the bounded region equals to 5 unit. The area is equals to 5 unit. That means if we want to find the area, that means we need to integrate the function. So by integrating the function a to b fx dx, we got 5. That is the information given. Okay, if you look carefully at the question number 1, okay, soalan dia bagi you the graph and also the shaded region. So that shaded region area equals to 5. How we get 5 there? Actually, to get 5, you need to integrate the curve function there. The curve equation is which is fx. You need to integrate this fx to the limit of a and b equals to 5. So the soalan asking you find, okay, now soalan asking you to find the 2 fx integrate. So you want to find a b to fx. Yeah, very straightforward. So, ni soalan dia sekarang. we know that the first information is integrate a to b fx equals to 5. Therefore, integrate a to b for 2fx should be equals to what? Now, refer back to the limits, to the rules of integration. We need to take out 2 out from the integration. So, it becomes 2 integrate a b fx, right? Take out 2 out from the integration, it becomes 2 integrate this one. And this makcik here actually equals to what? 5. Substitute here. And it becomes, the answer is 10. Okay, that's all for number 1. Okay, that's what I told you. Number 1 is very straightforward question. And this is a 2 marks lah, maximum. Maximum 2 marks. Okay, kalau I 1 je. Tak tahulah, okay. So now let's look at number 2. Okay, now number 2. What's the number 2? Okay, given that, the diagram on the right show part of the curve y equals to fx. Okay, so given that the integrate of fx dx, fx dx to the limit of 0 to 4. Okay, 0 to 4 equals to 15. Find the area of the shaded region. Okay. Yes. Number 2. Seronok soalan macam ni. Okay. Number 2 pun juga markah dia tak banyak markah dia sikit saja. Okay. I think markah nombor 2 pun 2 markah lah. Okay. Minimum 2 lah. Okay. Ataupun 3 tu impossible lah. 3 tu terlalu banyak. I think 2 markah saja. Okay. So number 2. I draw first the diagram. Okay, y, x, 5, 4, 0, and this curve equation is y equals to fx. Okay, guys. Okay, this is the question of number 2. Okay, this is the question of number 2. Given that the curve equation, the coordinates here is 0, 5 for the y coordinates and 4 for the for the y intercept, and x intercept is 4, and the curve equation here is given by y equals to fx, and the shaded region is over here. Okay, now the soalan asking you to find the shaded region area. Okay, now given that, and also the additional info there is integrate of the curve from 0 to 4 fx equals to 15. Maksudnya ialah makcik curve ini, if you integrate this makcik from 0 to 4, you're supposed to get the area of unshaded, right? The area of unshaded is equivalent to 15. It's already given there. Sorry, sini 15 So kalau sini 15, how much the balance here? How much the shaded region area? So to get the shaded region area, you must know that, you must notice that here we got this is not square, but this is a one of the quadrilateral, right? This is a apa tu? Kita panggil rectangle, right? Okay, rectangle. Okay, segi 4 tepat. Okay. So 0 to 4, 0 to 5. So how much the whole area for the whole thing? Okay, so area of the box is 5 times 4 equals to 20. Alright? The whole box equals to 5 times 4 equals to 20. Right? The whole thing. That means the whole thing here include the shaded and unshaded region, both. So we want to find the shaded region. Since the soalan already give us the integrate of this curve, integrate maksudnya you want to find, when you integrate this curve to 0 to 4 limit, that means you find the area of underneath of the curve. That means bawah ini, which is the this one is a unshaded, okay, unshaded region. So this value equals to 15. Therefore, integrate 0 to 4 fx equals to 50. Okay, so this is the information. 15 here belongs to unshaded area because integrating from 0 to 4 fx equals to 15. And the whole thing here is 20. So the balance of for shaded should be, so 20 tolak 15. Very straightforward. The answer is 5. Okay, 20 minus 15 equals to 5. Very straightforward for second portion. Alright guys, ada masalah ke? Ada soalan? Kalau ada soalan, boleh tinggalkan dekat live chat komen ni. Okay, jangan lupa update kehadiran ya. Alright, so that is question number 2. So very straightforward soalan semua. Okay, now look at the next question number 3. Alright, for number 3. So for number 3, integrate. Okay, salin dulu. Integrate 7 minus x. Berapa tu? Tak berapa clear soalan kat sini. I think 7 over 2 minus x, x power 5 I think. Okay, power 5 Okay, if salah, you guys please remind me equals to k bracket minus x power n plus c. Okay, so this is a soalan. Okay, this is a soalan integrating of 7 over by bracket 2 minus x power 5 dx equals to k bracket 2 minus x to the power of n plus c. We want to find the value of k and n here. K dengan n. Okay, that's the soalan asking. Okay, sorry soalan tak berapa clear because share by the using the WhatsApp. WhatsApp memang gambar low quality sikit lah. Okay, so how we solve the problem? This one also very straightforward. Okay, so we just do the normal integration here. Okay, so this is the answer. So before we integrate this makcik, you look here, look at the equation. So 7 over by a bracket power also consists of x inside the bracket. So what we need to do is we need to bring up the denominator to the top first. Simplify the equation before you start integrate. Okay, so it's supposed to become like this. So when the bracket with the power and the denominator you bring up, the power of the bracket becoming negative power. So it's supposed to be like this. Okay, it's supposed to be like this. Okay, so 7 bracket 2 minus x to the power of negative 5. Now we can start do the normal integration. Okay, so when we do the normal, when we solve the problem, okay, this one we can use the formula. Okay, the formula. So it's supposed to be like this. Okay, 7 2 minus x to the power of, okay, negative 5 plus 1, it becoming negative 4 over by negative 4. And also, here, okay, very important. You want to use the formula, right? So, 7 just cut and paste. 2 minus x also cut and paste. The power now becoming negative 4 because negative 5 plus 1, negative 4. Negative 4, you need to cut and paste, put it on the, at the denominator like this. And beside of negative 4, you must put a bracket. This bracket, you must put the number in front of x here. The number of x here, how much? This is negative x, right? That means negative 1. Okay, negative 1. You must put negative 1 there. And don't forget to plus makcik C. Okay, ramai orang, the problem is they know how to integrate, but they forgot to write the plus C. So, big problem, Don't forget this one. Okay, now, so since this is our integration, this is not the simplest yet, but this is the way we solve the problem. Okay, now we simplify it. Okay, so what will happen? So, it become, okay, 7 over by negative 4. Negative 4 and positive 4, it become negative 4 and negative 1, it become positive 4. So 7 over by 4 bracket 2 minus x to the power of negative 4 plus c equals to k bracket 2 minus x to the power n plus c. Alright, now we come to this point. Okay, so since this one, I simplify this equation so that it is coming like this. 7 over by 4. Why 7 over by 4? Because 7 over by negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So 7 over by 4. Okay. And this fraction, so this bracket, I put out from the fraction. Okay. I just write that right in the middle like this. Okay. So it becomes 2 minus x to the power negative 4 plus c. Okay. This one, I'm not simplifying because I want to compare with the equation given by the soalan here. So now I will look at here. The 2 minus x is 2 minus x here. It's not a fraction here. Okay, it's a normal bracket 2 minus x. So that's why I just leave it the 2 minus x power negative 4 like this. Instead of I bring it down to the denominator. So now we just compare right, left and right. So C got, okay, the bracket here, you look here, the bracket with the power n should be equals to negative 4. Very straightforward. So n equals to negative 4. And your k equals to, okay, and your k equals to 7 over by 4. So your k, 7 over 4, and negative 4. Done. Very straightforward. Okay. So, ada apa-apa masalah setakat ini, guys? Okay, you guys ada problem, you may write your problem in the live chat sini, okay, ataupun boleh tinggalkan di ruangan komen nanti. Okay. So, let's proceed to number 4. Okay. So, hari ini lebih kepada santai, because enrichment, what we call it, enrichment exercise. Okay, so number 4, what's that? Okay, this is a clone SPM. Okay, 2000 berapa ni? I pun tak berapa clear kat sini. Integrate of fx, apa tu? 2 to 5, 2 to 5. Alright. So the information given here is integrating 2 to 5 fx dx equals to, sebut pasal dx, coincidentally, this one, I forgot to write down the dx here. So, make sure you guys tulis dx kat sini. Integrate, blah, 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 dx. Okay, jawapan. Like this, okay. Integrate this one equals to, dx equals to berapa. Okay, you must write the dx, So, kalau I tak apa, you guys tak boleh, Jangan lupa buat benda tu. Okay. So, integrate 2 to 5 fx dx equals to 5. This is information. Okay, this is info. So, this whole thing equals to 5 is coming from the information. So, now look at the question. Okay, 4a, the 4a is asking about integrate fx. Same thing. Okay, they are asking us to find the integrate fx dx, but the limit, now the limit is shifted. This is 2 to 5, now it becomes 5 to 2. So that means the 5 at the bawah, 2 on the top here. That's the difference. The info give us 2 to 5. Now the soalan asking here us is 5 to 2. So recall back the law of integration, okay? Identity pengamiran. So, berdasarkan the law of integration, if the limit is shifted like this, the answer will be negative. Okay? So, jawapan untuk the 4A equals to negative 5. Very straightforward. 1 marks. Okay? So, B. Find the value of K if integrate 2 to 5 to fx plus kx dx equals to negative half. Alright, now let me write down the question. If integrate to 5 to fx plus kx dx equals to negative half, Alright, now this is the soalan here. We want to find k if the integrate this whole thing makcik here equals to negative half. How we find the k here? So according to the law of integration, okay, according to the law of integration, what we need to do is we need to split this makcik. Okay, because this is a big bracket here and involve two different functions, 2fx and kx. That's why we need to split. So when we split the function, the equation, so it's supposed to be okay. So this is what I call split the equation. So you just split the 2fx, put it one side, and the operation is plus here, plus, and the kx also, you need to integrate the 2 to 5 kx, and this whole thing answer equals to negative half. Now we need to do one by one, side by side. Okay, sorry, each of equation we need to solve. Okay, so since the integrate of 2 to 5 to fx, now from the info, fx integrate equals to negative 5. Fx integrate 2 to 5 equals to positive 5, not this one. So this one, 2fx integrate to 2 to 5 equals to 10, because 2 times 5. Okay, so we just update 2 times 5 plus, okay, now this one, 2 times 5, okay, settle, plus the integrate 2 to 5 kx. This one you need to integrate yourself. So since the kx to the power of 1, when we integrate, it become kx squared over by 2, close the bracket, 2 to 5, negative 5. Okay, you're supposed to get this one. Integrate the kx squared over by 2, 2 to 5 equals to negative half. This makcik here equals to positive 10. Okay, so we simplify it first. 10 tambah kx squared over by 2, 52 equals to negative half. Okay, now you look here. So I'm simplify 2 times 5 equals to 10, and this whole thing I cut and paste, and this 10 I bring to the right side, so that this thing left here. Okay, so 10 negative half, 10 pindah sebelah, so it become minus, so we supposed to get negative half minus 10. So the answer is negative 21 over by 2 equals to this makcik. Okay, so when I bring up the 10 to here, it becomes negative 21 over by 2. So on this side, you simplify this thing by substitute the 5 and 2 inside the equation. Okay, so I sub the numbers, so it becomes k5 squared over by 2 minus k2 squared over by 2. Okay, you are supposed to get like this when we sub the limit. So we sub 5 and we sub 2 here, so equals to negative 21 over by 2. Now, this whole thing we simplify. Okay, so you're supposed to get 5k over 2 minus 4k over 2. Right? Okay, so after we simplify, the equation, so we're supposed to get 25 minus 4, it becomes 21k over by 2 equals to 21, negative 21 over by 2. So 2 repeated, so cancel each other. So k equals to, from here we simplify everything, k equals to negative 1. Okay, so k equals to negative 1, very straightforward. Okay, that is question number 4. So you guys ada masalah atau tidak? Okay, boleh respon di bahagian chat. Okay, so that is all about question number 1 until number 4. Okay, this one, okay, very easy. Okay, so ada masalah kalau tak ada masalah, we proceed to number 5. Alright, okay, so objektif hari ni, kalau boleh kita bincang ni lah, bahagian A ni lah. Okay, paper 1 ni, and then paper 2, there's a lot of question paper 2, so paper 1 juga banyak soalan, so hopefully you guys faham lah. Kita boleh proceed cepat sikit. Alright, so that is number 4. Now look at number 5. So for number 5, okay. Oh, sekejap ada message. Okay. So, number 5. Okay, so the equation y is given by 2x over by apa tu? X squared minus 4. And dy dx equals to 5gx. Okay, such that the gx is a function of x. Find the value of integrate gx berapa ni? 0 to 5. 0 to 3, I think. Okay, 0 to 3. So, okay, I tak berapa clear tapi I hope this one correct my soalan here. Okay, so number 5, the y is given to x over by x squared minus 4. Okay, dy dx equals to 5 gx. Okay, now our soalan is, therefore, the soalan asking is find the integrate gx for the limit 0 to 3. Okay, now this is the soalan here, number 5. So the equation of y is given, the dy dx of this makcik, if you differentiate this y, you're supposed to get this one. When you differentiate this, you're supposed to get 5 gx. Now, the soalan asking here is integrate 0 to 3 gx. This is the first topic in the chapter 3. You must relate this gx with this dy dx, and then relate this dy dx with this equation of y. Okay, so now, how to find that pattern here? Okay, so first thing is integrate 0 to 3 dx here, right? Okay, now this is gx, right? We want to find the integrate of gx. So this gx I replacing with 5gx. Okay, kenapa? Kejap I replacing with 5gx. So, oh, kecil sangat. Okay, besarkan sikit tulisan. So, it become 5gx dx. Okay, now, this is our soalan actually. Find the integrate 0 to 3 gx. Now, this gx, I replacing this gx with 5gx here. Because 5gx equals to dy dx. Okay, I want to make a pattern here. So, but the problem is when I replacing the gx with 5gx, now the equation is not equivalent with this one, right? This new equation is not sama like this. So, to make this equation, our new equation here, equivalent with the soalan just gx, there's no 5. But this one, I put 5 in front because of this information. So, how to make this equation equivalent with the real soalan here? So, we need to eliminate 5, right? To eliminate 5, this 5 we must time with 1 over 5. We just put 1 over 5 out of the integration. So, tak nampak Okay, so this 1 over 5 here, okay, 1 over 5 times 5 cancel. So, what happened? It become integrate of gx dx again. Okay, that's what I mean by look at the pattern. So, let me repeat again. Okay, ini soalan yang banyak masalah murid-murid Okay. So, this is actually we learn in the first day we learn dy dx. Integration. We need to find the pattern. Okay, on my first class, bulan 2 hari tu. Okay. So, now, this is our soalan, gx dx. Integrate the 0 to 3, gx dx. Now, if you look at the information, there's no gx, but we have 5gx. So, this gx, we need to replace with the 5gx here. But if when I replacing the 5gx, that means we are already changed the soalan, right? The The soalan asking us gx, not 5gx. So to make this equation become equivalent with the real soalan, we need to eliminate 5 here. So to eliminate this 5, so we must put 1 over 5 out of the integration. Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, so that 5 here and 5 here, they are cancelling. So it becomes integrate of 0 to 3, gx dx again. Okay, so now, so it equals to 1 over 5. Okay, 1 over 5 as usual. Now you see here, integrate 5gx dx. Actually integrate the dy dx, right? Okay, please refer to my previous video. Okay, that's what I call connection, the pattern. So integrate this makcik, actually integrate the dy dx. All right, when we integrate the dy dx, we get this makcik y. Okay, so it become, okay, integrate the 5gx dx, it become 1 over 2, 2x over by x squared minus 4 to the limit 0 and 3. Okay, to the limit of 0 and 3. All right. So 1 over 2 bracket 2x over x squared minus 4, 0 and 3. Now what we need to do is we just sub 3, sub 0 into the equation and we solve the problem. Okay, Alex, please tell me the answer, Alex. Okay, I'm just showing you the substitution of the limit, and then you guys need to give me the answer, the final answer. Okay, when we substitute the, what we call it, the limits. Okay, 3 insert into this equation, and then we put 0, and then we calculate everything. Okay, now how much the final answer? Okay, sekejap, ada someone message lagi. Korang ni semua message dekat WhatsApp What, message dia dekat ni, dekat live chat pun boleh. Okay, apa score? Ya, ini I dah guna untuk tengok soalan. Okay, tengok kat sini. Okay. Ada satu cikgu satu cikgu message I ni. Sekolah lain. Dia nak masuk live. Okay, guys. Alright. What's the answer now? Okay. So you guys boleh bagi I jawapan kat sini. Berapa jawapan dia? Okay. Alright. Okay. So berapa jawapan? Just masukkan saja and do the calculation. Alright, do the calculation, the normal calculation, number 5 Okay, oh, Chief sudah dapat jawapan. So, okay, twins sudah dapat jawapan 6 over by 20, 6 over by 25 or 0.24. I think both of them are equivalent. One of the answer is in term of fraction. The second answer is decimal, right? 6 over by 25. Yeah, 0.24. Okay, so I assume that is the answer. Alright, so 6 over by 25 or 0.24. Okay, so that is the end of question number 5. Alright, settle question number 5. Now we look at into the question number 6. Okay, for question number 6. Okay, number 6. So the dydx is given. Oh, sorry, this is dvdt. dvdt equals to 8t minus 4. Okay, when v equals to 10, t equals to 2. Alright, that is the information. Okay, that is from information. And then we learn something like that. Okay, now, but for question number 6, there's another way to ask. They can ask us. So, integrate dvdt. We're supposed to get v. Okay, so this one. When we integrate the dvdt here, we're supposed to get v. V in term of t. Okay, that's why ada sometimes they write v bracket t. Okay, that means the function of v in term of t. So now, integrate of dvdt, just integrate this whole thing. So, you're supposed to get 8t tolak 4 dt against t. So, you're supposed to get t squared over by 2 for t squared minus 4t. Don't forget to plus c. dt at the back, because the soalan asking you in term of t. That means we integrate against dt. So we integrate this much t against dt. So we're supposed to get 4t squared minus 4t plus c. Okay. So equals to v outside here. Okay. This v. Alright. Now, from the information given, v equals to 10 when t equals to 2. So when v equals to 10, we just sub 10 equals to 4t equals to 2 squared minus 4, 2 plus c. Okay. So this one. Okay. Now tell me how much your value c. Okay. Berapa jawapan c? Tell me jawapan c. Right? Okay. Nadia dapat jawapan Nadia? Q, Alex? Mana lagi ni? Okay. So, jawapan for C, how much the value of C? Okay. So, just substitute everything, do the normal calculation, and your C equals to, okay, semua sudah dapat. Okay, jawapan dia 2. Okay, so the C is equals to 2. Then we update the equation. So, V equals to 4t squared minus 4t plus 2. Okay, this is our soalan. This is our final answer. Okay, just update the C equals to 2 into the equation. Okay. So ada ramai sudah, okay, 2 orang sudah dapat jawapan C equals to 2. Alright, thank you. So, settle for question number 6. Now, for number 7, integrate 1 to 4 dx equals to p find in term of p. Okay, ni menarik. I suka soalan macam ni. Okay, integrate 1 to 4. 1 to 4 dx equals to p. Soalan, that is information. This is from the information. 1 to 4 dx equals to p. Okay, and the first soalan is integrate 4 to 1. Terbalik. Okay, 4 to 1, 3 dx over by 5. 4 to 1, 3 gx over by 5 dx. This is the soalan here. Okay, so for 7a here, okay, the limit is terbalik, right? The limit is terbalik, is shifted. But before we look at this law, look at the equation first. The integrate 1 to 4 gx. This is integrate of 3 gx over by 5. So you need to simplify this thing first. So 3 gx over by 5, actually we can simplify by take out the 3 over 5, put it out of the integration. So we can simplify this much a becoming, okay, becoming integrate 4 to 1 gx dx, but 3 over 5 we put out of the integration. We just write like this. Okay, so 3 over 5, integrate makcik ini. Okay, this makcik gx, still gx here, but 3 and 5, we put out of the integration. So, now, what we can do is, okay, since 3 over 5 already here, and the integrate of 4 and 1, terbalik, right? 4 to 1, okay, gx. So, what will happen to our, from the information here? So, since the limit is terbalik, so this p becoming negative p. So, the final answer, negative 3p over by 5. That's all for number 7a. Because number 7 asking us to find the final answer in terms of huruf P. So that's why just times these two value, then we got this answer. That's the 7A. Alright, 7B. Okay, for 7B, integrate of 1 to 4, a big bracket, 4 plus gx. Okay, now, this to 4, bracket 4 plus gx dx. Alright, so, okay, alright. Tiba-tiba, apa ni, line tak stable pula. Okay, now sudah okay balik Okay, now, integrate 1 to 4, 4 plus gx. So, this is a combination of function, combined operation here. So, you need to split dulu. You need to split the function, the equation. So, you're supposed to get integrate 1, 4, 4 dx plus integrate 1, 4 gx dx. Okay, we just split like this. Okay, so this one based on the info equals to p, right? Equals to p. Sama saja 1 to 4 limit gx dx integrate equals to p. But this one integrate 1 to 4 dx. You need to do the normal integration here. Okay, so you're supposed to get 4x 4 1 plus p 4 to 1 4x from the limit of 4 and 1 plus p here. This is p. So this one we simplify by substitute 4 and 1 inside. Okay, so you akan dapat 4 minus 4 bracket 1 and plus p. So 16 minus 4 is 12 plus p. Okay, that is the final answer for question number 7b. Okay, 12 plus p. Alhamdulillah. Okay, 12 plus p 12 plus p. Alright. So, that is question number 7. Alright, we almost done for section A for kertas ke-1 ni, almost done. Lagi sikit lagi soalan. We still have time. Okay, we still have time. Alright. Okay, about 30 more minutes. Okay. So now look at number 8. Number 8. That's why I told you. Actually, number 6. The question number 6. If we compare number 6 and number 8, they are actually related. Okay, they are almost related. Cuma number 6 is a direct question, but number 8, they are mentioned about the curve, they're mentioning about the gradient function, and etc. etc. Passing through a point. Okay, so for number 8. Number 8. Okay, number 8 ini famous for paper 1, especially for paper 1. For this equation, for this one, I think 3 marks. Okay, so given that the gradient function, the GOF, if you still remember, the gradient function ataupun function of gradient, okay, actually equals to what? dy dx. If you still not, if you remember that we learned last year, chapter 9. When we learned chapter 9 last year, differentiation. I told you the dy dx got 3 different definition. Okay, one of the definition of dy dx actually is GOF, gradient of function. That's why we relearn again the GOF in this chapter 3, in this chapter. So GOF equals to dy dx, so equals to 3x minus 7. So that is our first information. You must let your GOF, gradient of function, equals to this dy dx equal to the equation 3x minus 7. Okay, now, given that a point A, negative 2, 1, okay, lies on the curve equation, fine. Okay, so that means there's a point, okay, a point A, negative 2, 1, lies on curve. Okay, so find the first one, the gradient of tangent, the GOT now. They are talking about GOT. Just now, we're talking about GOF. Now, we are talking about GOT. Find the gradient of tangent at point A. So, how do we find the gradient of tangent here? So, if you still remember, there's a three definition, right? The dy dx. I told you one of them is a GOF. The second is GOT, when this dy dx, we substitute this x with the coordinate passes through. So the coordinate passes through we want to find the GOT at the point A. So the point A is negative 2, 1. So to find the GOT, we need to substitute negative 2 into this dy dx here. When we substitute negative 2 into the GOF, okay, so we will get the GOT here. So very straightforward. Therefore, 3 bracket negative 2 minus 7. So negative 6 minus 7, negative 13. Okay. So that is your GOT. Negative 13. And also GOT, we have the other name of GOT, which is M1. Okay. GOT, the grade of tangent equals to this. Makcik, you masukkan everything you calculate, you akan dapat negative 13. And negative 13 actually equals to M1. The gradient of tangent. Okay, the gradient of tangent. Okay, so settle for the first one, and second, find the curve equation. Okay, to find the curve equation, that means you need to integrate your GOF. All right, to find the curve equation, y equals to integrate of GOF. When we integrate the GOF, that means we integrating the dy dx. They are same thing. That means we integrating this makcik 3x minus 7. So, actually dia sama dengan integrate of dy dx equals to integrate of 3x minus 7 dx. Okay. So, we just do the normal integration here. It becoming 3x squared over by 2 minus 7x. Don't forget plus c, because this is not definite integration. This one is indefinite integration. Kamiran tak tentu. What does that mean? Kamiran tak tentu. Indefinite. Okay? Indefinite means the integration is not involve the limits. There's no limits here, right? That's why you must remember to plus c. Okay? No limit on your integration here. So, plus c. Now, c must have a value. That's why the soalan give us the point passes through. The point A passing through, or a line on the curve. So, this point you must substitute here and find the value of c. So, we just sub 1, 3, negative 2 squared over by 2, 7, bracket negative 2 plus c. Okay, so we just substitute the point negative 2, 1 into the equation. So y is 1, x equals to negative 2, and we simplify to find value of c. So 4 times 3 divided by 2 plus 14. Okay, 1 minus answer. So the c equals to negative 19. Negative 19. Please double check the answer. Okay. So after we get the value of c, we just update the curve equation. So y equals to 3x squared over by 2 minus 7x minus 19. Okay, that will be the end of the step. Okay, so this is question number 8. Okay, that's how we solve the problem, right? So, settle number 8. Okay, we still have Two more question, right? Okay. Right. Yeah. So number 9. Okay. For number 9, the curve is given and a straight line there, the graph. So the diagram show the curve and the straight line. Okay, the curve is fx, the straight line is gx. Alright, given that the integrate of apa tu? 0 to, I'm not tak clear lah kat sini. 0 to what What number ni? Guys, tolong check question number 9. Question number I can't see the limit there because tak clear gambar sini. 0 to what? 0 to what number? Fx plus something into limit 6 gx equal to 14. What's that? Okay, q. Okay, 0 to q. Okay, 0 to q fx plus q to 6 q to 6, right? 0 to q fx plus 0 to 6 gx equals to 14 and plus q to 6. Okay, thank you, q. Alright, equals to 14. Now lorekkan kawasan diwakili. Okay, that means we need to shape the region represented by this plus something. Okay, ni soalan. Soalan ini pernah keluar before in SPM. Yeah, that's why lah dia tulis situ clone SPM. Okay, no wonder. I pernah nampak this kind of soalan. Alright, number 9. We draw first. Right. Okay, the curve. Okay, like this, right? This is the curve, the straight line. Okay. And sorry, I update everything first. Y equals to gx. Y equals to fx. The point here is 2q, 2q, okay. 0, 6. That's all. Okay, and then the information given here, integrate 0 to q fx tambah integrate q to 6 q to 6, right? Q to 6, alright, yeah. Gx equals to 14. Okay, guys, now this is the graph given. Okay, the curve, the straight line, the point of intersect between the straight line and the y-axis is 0, 6. This one tak ada, but this point in the intersect between the curve and the straight line is given by 2q. 2q 2 and q. Oh, dia ada garis putus-putus lagi. 90 degree. Okay. So now 2q So now soalan also give us the information that the integrate 0 to q, okay, 0 to q plus q to 6, okay, q to 6 equals to 14. Now tell me, we need to shape the region shape the region represented by this soalan, this equation here. Okay, now so 0 to q and q to 6. Now we are talking about q actually is the coordinate of y, and 6 also is the coordinate of y. That means the shaded must be towards the y-axis, not x-axis. Okay, look carefully the diagram. Q, oh kejap ada message lagi. Okay, alright. Now, look at the diagram. So, 0 and Q. This is supposed to be Q here. And then Q to 6. This is 6, right? So, the shaded should be, okay, the shaded should be right here. This is the answer for the first question, A. 14A, shade this region. Okay, 1 marks here, right? Settle 9A. Alright. Kenapa I shade this region? Because look at the limit. The limit is talking about all the coordinate of y. 0, okay, is the origin, but q is the coordinate of y, and 6 here is also coordinate of y. That's why the shaded must towards y axis. If we want to shade it against x axis, that means it must be from 0 to 2, and then 2 to this number. This one you need to identify yourself. Okay, you need to identify this value. Okay, all right, settle number 9A. Now 9B. For question 9B, okay, find the area in terms of Q for the region bounded by x-axis, the curve fx, and the straight line x equals to 2. Okay. Now, the soalan asking find the area. Okay, find the area. Okay, the area of find the area bounded by x-axis, the curve, and x equals to 2. This is x equals to 2, right? So here, look at carefully. We want to find the area bounded by x-axis. That means we are talking about x-axis. So the formula must be against x-axis, the curve, and the straight line. Not this straight line, but the straight line x equals 2. The dash line here. You see? That is the line of x equals to 2. So where is the region actually? The curve, x equals to 2, and the x-axis. So it's supposed to be here, right? Okay. Now I shade the region first. Okay, this is the shaded region. Okay, bounded by the curve, the x-axis, and the line of x equals to 2. This one is not a right angle triangle. Just because this is a 90 degree, not necessarily this is a right angle triangle, because this is curve, not hypotenuse. So how we find the area of this shaded region? Very straightforward. This is the curve equation. We just integrate this makcik, right? We just integrate this makcik. Okay. So we just integrate this makcik from the limit 0 to 2, and then we substitute 0 and 2 limit into the equation of fx, then we get the answer. But the problem is did the question give us the equation of the curve? Tak ada kan? Yeah, there is no equation of the curve given here. There's no equation of the curve given. Tak ada. There's no. Okay. So, how do we find this area? Okay. Now, if we have the curve equation, we can substitute, we can put, okay, I show you if we have the equation. Okay, if we assume we have the equation. So, what we can do is we want to find B, we just integrate 0 to 2 fx dx. Settle. We want to find this area, right? The shaded region here. 0 to 2, the limit. 0 to 2, and then fx dx. Done. And then we just do the normal integration, substitute limit 2 and 0, then solve the problem. But the problem is there's no equation fx given there. Tak ada. There's no equation given. So we cannot use this method to solve the problem. Okay, now, second way. How we find this thing? Okay, if you look carefully this diagram. Actually, this diagram, the whole shaded region is made from the trapezium, right? It's formed a trapezium here. It's a trapezium. The whole thing is trapezium. Just so do not look at this unshaded region. This one tak penting. But I want to just look at the shaded region only. The shaded region, the combination of these two shaded region, it form a trapezium, right? So now, to find the shaded region here, instead of we using this formula, we also can use the whole area of trapezium. We deduct with the shaded region of this red color. Then we can get the brown color here, the brown region here. Okay, so the according to the trapezium, the area of trapezium, area trapezium minus area of curve. Okay, area of shaded curve by red color. Okay, I showed this one. Okay, so this one, we want to find this area, so it become the area of trapezium minus the area of the red color shaded. So since the area color shaded red color is already obtained, how much tadi dia bagi 14, right? So the area of this whole thing dulu, the trapezium. Now according to trapezium formula, so it's a 1/2 a plus b times height minus 14. Okay, this is the formula of trapezium, 1/2 a plus b times height. A plus b height. Look at your trapezium. Where is your A, B, and height? This is your A. This is your B. This is your height. Okay. So the soalan asking us find the area in terms of Q. So our A, this one is the coordinate of Q. Our B here is the coordinate of 6. Our height is actually equals to 2. So just substitute into the equation. So we're supposed to get 1/2. A is berapa tadi? A adalah Q. Q tambah 6. Height ialah 2 minus 14. And we simplify this equation. So it become Q plus 6 minus 14. Then you're supposed to get Q minus 8. So guys, A is a Q, B 6, and height is 2. Okay, A is Q, B is 6, height is 2 here. So we just substitute, and then we minus dengan 14 to get this brown color shaded here. So the final answer is Q minus 8 in term of Q, the area in term of Q. That will be the end of question number 9. Okay, guys. So now we almost finished. Okay, there's 10 more minutes. Okay, so that's all about number 9. Okay. So far, any question, guys? Ada soalan? Harap-harap tak ada. So maybe you can revise balik. You can do a recap. Okay, you can watch this video again. So I hope number 9 number 9 ini you guys boleh faham betul-betul. Alright, let's look at the question number 10. Okay, still have time. Alright, so they integrate 1 to k 2x minus 4 to negative 1. Find the value of k. Oh, this one very straightforward. You also can use the calculator. Okay, this one. Ayam brand. Alamak, mana ayam brand? Calculator ayam brand dah tak ada lah. Depan kot. Oh, ini. This calculator also you may use. Okay, you can use this calculator to solve the problem, and this one. But this one, I think, will be hard for this calculator to compute compared to this. Okay, for question number 10. Okay, but remember, I told you, if you look my previous video, I will only show you how to use the calculator. But I also mentioned you cannot use totally based on the calculator to find the answer. Even though the calculator show you the answer, but you still need to show the method. Okay, the full step to get the full marks. Okay, so please be careful. Calculator just for you to check the answer, right? So for number 10, Nombor 10 kita nak bincang ialah to find the value of K 1 to K 2x minus 4 dx equals to -1. Okay, this is the soalan here. Integrate 1 to K 2x minus 4 dx equals to 91. So we want to find K. Very straightforward. Just do the normal integration. So you're supposed to get x squared minus 4x K1 equals to 91, and we sub K and 1 into the equation. So it's supposed to be K squared minus 4K minus 1 squared minus 4 bracket 1 equals to 1, and we simplify this equation. So it becomes K squared minus 4K. Alright, so 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4 is -3. Become plus 3 equals to -1, and K squared minus 4K plus 4 equals to 0. So this is the equation where we substitute the 1 and K, and we simplify it. Was supposed to become like this: K squared minus 4K plus 4 equals to 0. And then we want to find K, right? Just do the normal, just determine the roots of this quadratic equation. Settle. So now, how much the value of K? Okay, someone tell me. Okay, so the final answer, how much? K equals to what? There should be two different value of K here, because two value or one value here. -2. Okay, only one value. Okay, so how much the answer here, guys? K equals to what? Okay, jawapan dia berapa? K equals to? Okay, so alright, jawapan dia ialah okay. So betul, K equals to 2. Okay, K equals to 2. Actually there's only one value of K here, but I buat 2, tapi tak ada masalah because they are repeated. K equals to 2, K equals to 2. So inside the bracket, you must put K minus 2, K minus 2 here. Alright. So therefore the answer is K equals to 2. Settle. That is the final answer for question number 10. Okay, now we already finished for paper 1. Oh, we have one more question here. Number 11. Ni complete soalan nombor 11. Kan ada second page soalan dia. Okay, I think this is a complete soalan. Okay, let's do the last question here. Okay, before we dismiss. Okay, okay, masa pun dah habis actually, tapi tak apa, sikit lagi. Alright, what's the question about? Certain liquid is poured into an empty container at the rate of 5t plus 2. Okay, when the container is start to fill with the liquid, find the volume of the liquid, okay, inside the container at instant when the time equals to 9. Okay, soalan 11 is a kebat It's a soalan kebat. Okay, it's a hot question. Soalan macam ni, seronok kita buat. Alright, so let's do together. Alright, number 11. Given that a liquid is poured into the empty container, kita masukkan, we insert the liquid into a container at the rate of 5t plus 2 cm cube per second. There, the unit was also given there. We insert the liquid. That means we insert certain amount of volume per second. Certain amount of volume of liquid into the container every second. That means 5t plus 2, actually, if you still remember chapter 9, last year, form 4, differentiation, this one, at the rate of, when we talk about rate, that means over by dt. That means this one is dv over dt. So number 11, number 11. The first information given is dv over dt equals to 5t plus 2. Here. dv over dt. Okay, we pour some amount of volume, liquid, per second into the container 5t plus 2. Okay, so dv dt equals to 5t plus 2, and we need to find what? Find the volume of the liquid inside the container when the time equals to 9. We want to find volume. This one actually what? This one we call GOF. Okay, gradient of function ataupun function of gradient. Okay, gradient of function given here is dv dt equals to this makcik. We want to find the volume. That means we need to find the curve equation. If the soalan is curve equation, that means we need to integrate this makcik. So the volume equals to integrating the dv over dt. Okay, so v equals to integrate 5t plus 2 dt, dt in term of t, not dx, dt, because over by dt here. Okay, so we just do the normal integration. So 5t squared over 2 plus 2t plus c. Okay, so equals to that volume. All right, this volume. So v equals to 5t squared over by 2 plus 2t plus c. Now, the problem is how to find the value of c. Number 1. Number 2, if you compare this soalan with the curve equation, to find the curve equation, after you integrate the GOF, you're supposed to get like this and plus c, right? And then we substitute the coordinate passing through. The coordinate that lies on the curve, ataupun the coordinate that passing through by the curve. There's a coordinate x and y. We just sub x and y, and then we get c, blah blah blah, and then we update, right? But this one, we don't have any kind of coordinate passing through. This is not about coordinate. This is about the volume of liquid we insert into a container. So, we are dealing with time, right? Now, how to get that extra information? The coordinate passing through tu tak ada. So, how to create that coordinate actually? Now, look at carefully about this volume. Okay. So, when apa kita panggil? Volume here, okay, is the total amount of liquid we insert, okay, into the container. So, before we insert, that means T equal to 0, right? There's no liquid, right? When T equal to 0, how much this volume we insert into the container? There's an empty container, right? You must remember, there's an empty container before we insert the liquid. So, we just put the T equal to 0 here, and T equal to 0, the time is 0. When time is 0, how much the volume insert? So when we sub the T equal to 0, there's no volume, right? There's no liquid we insert yet. So V also equal to 0, right? T 0, V also 0. So we sub 0, we sub T also 0, then we can find C. So how much your C? Automatically C also equals to 0. So because of 5 times 0 over by 2 plus 2 times 0, 0 plus C, C plus 0. Okay? C, and then C equals to V, V is 0. So the answer, this one. Now update again your equation. Therefore, your equation is supposed to be this is your final equation. V equals to 5t squared over by 2 plus 2t. Because C equals to 0. Okay? Now, baru kita tengok soalan. The soalan asking us find the volume of liquid inside the container when the time is 9 seconds. When t equals to 9, substitute here. So V9, so 5 9 squared over by 2 plus 2 bracket 9, you are supposed to get okay, you're supposed to get 2, 2. Okay, when the time is 9 seconds, so we just substitute 9 and 9 here, we simplify everything, then we supposed to get 220.5 cm cube. Okay, this is the total volume of liquid inside the container. Okay, guys, that is the question number 11. Okay, but that is the end of this paper 1. Okay, do you have a problem, guys? I hope you guys tak ada masalah, Okay, masa pun dah almost habis. Alright, dah almost habis, dah habis dah. Okay, so I hope you guys can do a recap again. Okay, for this chapter 3, this will be the final, one of the final, and then this is my second last video for chapter 3, and the final video will be we discuss on paper 2. Okay, paper 2 chapter 3, maybe on the next class. Okay, so I hope you guys boleh recap balik, do your revision. If you have a problem, you may refer to my previous video, and also can leave a comment if you want to mention something or you have another idea. Okay, so I will see you guys on the next class. Okay, guys, thank you. Bye.